So welcome. So yes, lower back. So we will end up doing the whole of the body as we normally do. But the main focus is sacrum and hips. So we will end up also doing the legs in that process. But really this band of energy here that can get quite tight from sitting and gardening and lifting things. So let's start lying down. Make sure you've got a brick and a belt. Oh, that's good. Lie down and lift your knees up, cross your ankles, and gently move the knees forwards and back. So you just get that little rocking motion towards the tailbone and then to the lower back. Just forwards and back. And let's start with a few sighs. So nice deep breath in as you draw the knees towards you. And a sigh out as you allow the knees to release away. Good. Now keep the ankles crossed. And I want you to start to lengthen the stretch of the legs. So only to the point that feels safe for you. So if you've already got issues in the lower back and the tummy's a little bit weak, then don't straighten the legs fully. Make sure you're extending on the exhale so the tummy muscles are contracted as you bring the weight of the legs out. Good, now hands to the knees, let's circle. Opposite circles. Lovely, keep the knees towards you. Let's bring our hands and pop them underneath the sacrum so the palms are facing down to the floor. And we're going to push the legs away one at a time this time and try to lengthen them out as far as you can. But remember also, if it feels too much, then you can also just keep the knees bent as you do that movement. Be aware of drawing the tummy muscles in. Imagine that you're squeezing the lower tummy muscles, the ones just above the pubic bone. Lovely, and come back in and circle. Just giving myself the hiccups. Okay, let's go again. Good, now keep the knees where they are. Let's just work with the hamstrings, because when the hamstrings are tight, it can pull the lower back out. So the breath is just in and out nice and slowly, but the leg movement is much quicker. So extend the right leg up, push through the heel, lower it, and then do the other one. So it's just an alternating movement. We're going to count 100. Good, release, squeeze the knees in again and circle once more. Good, place the feet down, so a bit more tummy work to support the back. Left hand behind the head, so this is one we do quite a lot these days. The somatic diagonal. Exhale, come across. Left elbow to the right knee. Inhale, either just keep the knee bent or extend the leg out fully. Exhale. Good, release. Just let the head roll from side to side. Good, and let's go the other way. Right hand behind the head. And exhale. Good, and release. Again, let the head roll from side to side. Lovely, now bring the soles of the feet together. Rock the pelvis from side to side, so you're massaging the sacrum again. Good, and then settle the back of the body. And again, a slow breath, but a more rapid movement. So we're just going to open and close the knees. Good, and release. Bring the right knee in towards you, nice and close. Squeeze the thigh in as close to the ribs as you can. Stretch the left leg away, push out through the heel. And exhale, lift the head to the knee. Keep pushing the left heel away from you and try to keep the heel anchored to the floor. Good. Now left hand to the right knee, right arm out to the side. Bring the leg across the body so the pelvis leaves the floor. And remember, if you need support in the twist, you can always pop a brick to the left. So you end up popping the foot onto the brick rather than the floor. Or see if you can get the big toe to the floor. And try and bring the knee as high up towards the underarm as you can. Soften the right elbow. Take a deep breath in. Let's have 3 sighs. Good. Now just breathing in and out through the nose. Good, come back to center. Place the right foot to the floor, bring the left knee towards you. Draw it in as close as you can, extend the right leg. And exhale, head to knee. Good, now let's come across. And again, support the movement if you need to, just resting the foot on a brick. 3 sighs to start with. And then normal breathing in and out through the nose. Good, back to center. Bring both knees towards you, separate the knees nice and wide. And exhale, come into coil. Good, now reach for the outer edges of the feet if you're able to, or the knees. And we're going to come into happy baby pose or beetle, as I used to know it. Okay, now breathe. I want you to imagine that you're trying to roll the sacrum along the floor, so it'll have a tendency to lift. Imagine you're trying to lay the tailbone into the floor as well. Lovely, and release. We're going to take our belts and bring the belt to the ball of the right foot. Hold the belt as high up as you can, push through the heel, relax the jaw. Good, now start to lengthen the exhale. Good, left knee out to the side. Let's take the leg out to the right. Hold it as high up as you can towards the foot. Keep the jaw relaxed. Lovely, let the leg come back up. Straighten out the left leg, belt into the left hand. Let's start with the knee bent, right arm out to the side and come across. Keep trying to draw the leg as high up towards the shoulder line as you can. Good, bring the leg all the way back up. Rebend the left leg, keep the right leg extended but release the belt. I want you to really push up through the heel and down through the right side of the pelvis so you feel this dynamic two-way stretch. And imagine you've got a pencil on your right heel and you're going to start to draw a circle, a nice smooth circle. Notice how the tummy muscles need to engage to hold the weight of the leg. And it doesn't matter if the circle's small or large. The larger the circle, the more effort required with the tummy muscles. Good, change directions. Good, push up through the heel. Nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, slowly lower the leg. Slowly, slowly. And then once the leg connects to the floor, relax and notice how many muscles were involved in that movement. So the whole of the torso, maybe even the jaw in some cases, but relax the jaw. Lovely. Rebend the right leg and let's bring the belt to the left leg. So again, relax the jaw, start to lengthen your exhalation. Good, belt into the left hand, let the right knee roll out. Extend the left leg all the way out. Jaw relaxed. Lovely, come all the way back up. Belt into the right hand. Right leg stretches away. Bring the leg across the body with the knee slightly bent first. And then pushing out through the heel and drawing the foot as close towards the shoulder line as you can. Good, bring it all the way back up. Rebend the right leg, push up through the left heel. Circle the leg, feel the tummy muscles engage. Change directions. Good, now as you exhale, very slowly lower the leg, tummy muscles are engaged. And then once the leg connects to the floor, relax the whole body, take a deep breath in. Lovely, let's rebend the left leg. I'm going to take the right leg and bring the ankle of the right foot to the left thigh. Push away. Good. Now this might be enough for you, especially if you've had a hip or a knee replacement. If you want to go deeper, bring the left leg up off the floor. Use the tummy muscles to do that. And then hold the foot and the knee and draw the shin towards you. Relax the jaw. And then if you'd like to go a little bit further as you exhale, lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale, lift. So you're bringing the chest and the shin towards each other as much as you can. Lovely, and release. Switch sides. Notice there's usually a difference in the sides. And again, caution with hip and knee. So if you're not wanting to go deeper, then just work at really trying to push the knee away from you as much as you can. Otherwise, engage the tummy muscles, lift the right foot off the floor, hold the foot and the knee, and then deeper still. Exhale. And last one. Lovely. Place the feet to the floor. Check that the knees are in line with the frontal hip bones, so they're not touching. And then we're going to do some pulsing in bridge to strengthen the gluteal area. So lifting up and then pulse. So you stay in bridge, and it can be a low bridge if that works better for you. And we're just going to lower a little bit and pulse back up. Lovely, and slowly release. Let the knees come back up, and let's rock from side to side. Good, let's roll up and come round. Have your bricks handy. So some of you might need to pad up your knees. So either have a kneeler or a blanket, or you can just do that with your mat, so you've got a double thickness. So using the bricks if you need it. So we're going to step through with the right leg. And you might find that you've got the bricks and you're holding 2 bricks in order to get that height for this movement. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale, extend. So we're just working deeper into the hamstrings to allow the lower back to release as well. Good, now we're going to wiggle the right foot to the midline so it's kind of in line with the navel. So if you've had a hip replacement, I want you to either come into a lunge, so you're lowering to the left, or if it's okay for your knee or hip, roll the right knee out. So you're just letting it swing out to the right and rock from side to side. In fact, we'll all start with that movement. So if that movement doesn't suit you, then do the lunge. Good, and if you want to go a bit deeper, bring the right foot over to the left, shin to the floor, and come into pigeon. So you slide the left leg back. Again, take a few movements to rock, so you get that motion into the hip. There should be no pain in the knee at all. Good, and then if you want to take it a little bit deeper, coming down. And breathe deep as if you're breathing straight into the groin area. Carefully come back up and step the right leg back. I'm going to stretch the right leg out now. Push through the heel. Bring the right leg up, bend the knee. Pulse. Good, and release. Step the left leg forwards. Same sequence. Use the bricks if you need support. Inhale, lift the gaze. Exhale. Good, now options. If you're protecting knee and hip, then just come to the inside and lower, or use a brick to support that lowering movement. Wiggle the foot towards the insides, the midline, sorry, and roll onto the outer edge of the left foot and rock from side to side. Good, now if that is enough for you, stay with it. Otherwise, bring the leg further across, shin to the floor. Slide the right leg further back. Lovely, and release. Bring the leg back. Slide the leg away from you, push out through the heel. And then raise the left leg up so it's in line with the hip. Bend the knee and pulse. Good, releasing. Push back into swan, ease out the back. Good, let's come up and lower down. So we'll start with Sphinx pose. Elbows directly under the shoulders, spread the fingers nice and wide. And just rock the pelvis a little bit. Make sure the toes are straight back. Good, now let that movement settle. Press down through the palms and the forearms and draw the spine forwards and up. And if you want to go a little bit deeper, bend the knees, push the heels to the ceiling. Good, now push the pubic bone into the floor. Be aware of all of the back muscles contracting to hold the shape. Lovely, and release. Bring the hands under the shoulders, push back into swan again, ease out the back. Good, come back up again and lower. This time we'll do a diagonal lift, so bring the arms out diagonally from the shoulders and the legs a little bit more diagonally out from the hips. And we'll do 10 right leg, left leg, and then 10 the other way. So. Three more. Good. Change sides. Lovely, and release. Hands under the shoulders again, and push back into swan, knees out the back. Good. Inhale, come back into cat. Tuck the toes. Exhale, down dog. Heel out the feet. Good. Let's walk the hands and the feet towards each other. And take the feet slightly wider than the shoulders, but not too much wider. Slowly roll up. So we're going to go inhale, which is gardener's stretch. And then as you exhale, wide-kneed Utkatasana. Inhale. So you might find you want to go further back. Exhale. Lovely, and release. Okay, so turn your mats are on they're on the same doodah as mine. So we're going to use the long length of the mat facing it. So feet nice and wide. So wide leg forward fold's lovely for rebalancing the sacrum. So using a brick if you need to with the hands in front. And we'll start with the dynamic movement and then we'll hold. So inhale, lift the gaze, squeeze the elbows in. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Squeeze the elbows. And fold. Good. Now this one we're going to hold. Use a brick if you need to. And I want you to really work at taking the legs as wide as you can, toes rolling in slightly, press into the outer edges of the feet and the ball of the big toe so you can feel the inner arch lifting. Good, and I'm going to turn to your right into a lunge. Push out through the back heel. See if you can just lift the gaze slightly so there's a little bit of contraction in the upper back. Good, drop the back knee, sweep both arms up. Keep the breath nice and steady. Lovely, release. Tuck the back toe again back into the lunge. And then turn back into wide leg forward fold and hold. Lovely, and then come all the way over to your left into the high lunge. Remember, you can always use bricks if you need to. Slight lift in the gaze to support the neck muscles. Good, let the knee drop down, toes go back, sweep the arms up. Release the hands, retuck the back toe. Good, turn back into wide leg forward fold. Good, inhale, come all the way up, sweep the arms up. Exhale. Lovely, so we're just going to do a little bit of work in this area. So bring the hands to the shoulders. Feet just a little bit wider than the hips. Inhaling first before we move. Exhale. Good, now maybe add in an arm extension. You don't have to. Good, back to center. Bring both elbows together. Take a deep breath in. Have a sigh out. Last one. Lovely. Now, feet a little bit wider than the shoulders. We're going to come down into a squat. So whatever suits your body. So remember, a squat can also be a dip. And then we're just going to draw the tailbone down as far as we can and then lift our torso up a bit more. And the next movement, so moving the whole of the fascia, bring the hands behind the head and drop the chin in. Good, now slowly make your way down to the floor. So either crossing the legs or bringing the legs straight out. So this is the last movement, then we're going to do the pranayama lying down. So we're literally just going to resettle the sit bones. So circling. So you feel a shift of pressure left to right on the sit bones, or right to left, depending on which way you go. Good, change directions. Lovely. And then just grabbing the ankles or keeping the hands on the thighs if you're working with the legs wide, forwards and back. Inhale, exhale. Really push the breath out. Good, nice straight spine. So pop on some layers. We're going to roll down, but I'm just going to show you the breath we're going to do first. So the breath is a simply in and out breath, but we're going to use the breath for the sacrum, which is the apis mandala, which is water. So I want you to imagine that there's from your frontal hip bone on the left side, you're going to sling a smile over. And then as you exhale, there's another one comes at the top. It's just like a Cheshire cat grin. So we create this crescent moon in the pelvis, which represents that fluidity that the second chakra is. And hopefully the lower back is as well. Normally, you can do this sitting up as a classical pranayama, but we're actually going to do it lying down with our knees bent. So feet as wide as you can get them, and then the knees resting. So you're switching off the psoas muscle. And the hands can just rest on the frontal hip bones. So you're aware of where you're moving the energy. So remember, when we visualize and we create these mandala shapes within the body, we are literally moving energy that's attached to the breaths, and in this case, the water element. So bring your attention to the left frontal hip bone, and as you inhale, sling a smile over to the right for a count of 6. And then you exhale, sling a smile slightly above that one, so you end up with a slither like a crescent moon back over to the frontal hip bone. So if 6 feels too much, you can do a 4-4 count, you can do a 6-6 count, or you can do an 8-8 count, so entirely up to you. So we're forming a crescent moon that's held between the frontal hip bones, which is the symbol for water in the second chakra. And be aware of the flow of the breath like water. There is a subtle pause, just a very subtle pause before you exhale, when the wave breaks and it allows the movement to the other side. And then there's another pause as the wave starts to build again. Keep the mind focused on that image of the crescent moon slung between the frontal hip bones. And then release the count, but keep the image of that crescent moon. And I want you to imagine that it's reflecting on a very dark ocean. And it's just lit by this crescent moon. And this ocean is just gently moving. It's not completely still. It's not huge waves, but there's just a nice undulation with the natural breath. Lovely. Now when you're ready, take a deeper breath in and hold the breath in. When you're ready, have a sigh out. And then bring the knees towards you. Roll over to the side. Come back up to sitting. And bring the hands to the heart space. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. And down through the midline. And namaste. Thank you for joining me.